Hi, I'm Rodney Johnson, co-editor of Boom and Bust and Survive and Prosper. I used to go to Jazz Fest in New Orleans every year with a group of high school friends. Typically, we'd end each night in an Irish pub. We'd sing Irish drinking songs, and we'd fill ourselves with Harp and Guinness and Jameson. On the way home one year, it struck me as odd that we would find such great Irish bars in New Orleans, since the town is decidedly French. And then I realized there seems to be a great Irish bar in every town I've lived in and most of the towns I've visited. Well, now after years of demographic study, I think I know why. The Irish leave their home country at one of the fastest rates in the world, and then they spend the rest of their lives pining for their homeland. This drives them to open bars in whatever town that they find themselves, serving Irish beer and whiskey while paying like-minded depressed Irishmen to sing songs, and the rest of us are just along for the ride. Well, now immigration is once again a fact of life for the Irish, so we can expect to see more Irish bars popping up in cities around the world. Over the last 4 years, the Irish government estimates that 400,000 of its countrymen have left home. That's almost 10% of the people. That would be like 30 million Americans leaving home. Of those that leave, half are younger than 25, and the other half are between 25 and 44. It drains the country of the exact people who would be paying taxes, growing their spending. In short, it hollows out the economy. Unfortunately, it's not the first go-round for the Irish. The potato famine stripped the nation of 20% of its population. More recently, the poor economy of the 80s and early 90s saw thousands of people leaving home every year. Now that turned around in the late 90s when the Celtic Tiger was unleashed, which actually drew thousands of Irishmen back home, as well as immigrants from other nations. Unfortunately, it turned out to be a paper tiger because it was cut from the cloth of financial innovation. The banking shenanigans fell apart in the financial crisis, everything fell apart. Well, the remnants of that crisis and the austerity imposed by the terms of the Irish bailout made life pretty miserable. So the Irish are again leaving home. They're looking for better peace and, of course, opening bars. On a positive note, they're very un-European in their view of family life. They have a childbearing rate of 2.01 children per woman of childbearing age, just below the replacement rate, but much ahead of the rest of Europe. This means that as their situation improves, and then deteriorates again, there should be plenty of Irishmen to leave home and open bars in far-flung places. That's pretty good news for the rest of us. In the meantime, the situation points out the continued hardships in the countries of Europe that were pretty hard hit in the downturn. It's the fact that the pigs, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, Spain, they've just not recovered. For those looking for a place to invest in 2014, when it comes to Ireland, stick to their beer and whiskey. It's better than the stock market.